On many YouTube channels, including this one, you'll hear us banging on about Filipina love scammers from time to time. And the reason for that is not to spread fear, but to spread awareness. Simply, if one's unaware of what he may encounter, then how can he avoid it? It's like anything in life. We learn to enhance our knowledge to make our path through life as smooth as possible. And make no mistake, in our search to find a good Filipina, this is the same. However, in this video, I won't be chatting about being able to spot a Filipina love scammer, as I already have plenty of those videos in my playlists. Or you can check out the previous video to this one, where I show you 5 ways that you can check yourself if she's a love scammer. And instead of telling you what not to find, I'm going to tell you 5 sure signs that the Filipina you've found or are chatting to is a good Filipina. And that is one who's interested in you and not your money or anything else you may provide her with. So if you want to know from very early on after meeting if she's a good, genuine woman, then be sure to stay with me here. Just quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and are not sure where to start, then why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment to the Philippines' #1 dating site where it's free to create an account. Now it's important to note that we don't want to confuse things like security, that's either financial or personal, with her not being genuine. I often hear guys say that she only wants to be with you to be more secure in life. Well, here's the reality check. We all want and seek out security in some form. It's a basic need and desire many of us have, no matter man or woman, and whatever country we come from. And sure, there would be a problem if she only wanted you for financial security and nothing else. I firmly believe women like that exist all over the world, including in the Philippines. But for the majority of Filipinas, they're looking for a good, honest, decent and caring man to spend their life with. And if they can get a little more security in their life, whether it be financially, with both you and her working hard to create savings for a better future, or more security around a relationship, which I may add, many guys are certainly seeking from their Filipinas, then really, there's nothing at all wrong with that in the context of a genuine relationship. And think about it for just one moment. How could a person who doesn't even know the Filipina even know what's in her mind or in her heart when he has never even said as much as a word to her? So here are my 5 sure signs on how to know a good Filipina to give you some peace of mind. Sign number 1 is, and I'm a big believer on this one, and that is your gut feeling will tell you if all is okay. And I've had some guys say that they've never learnt to trust their gut feeling, and often they will continue to make the same mistakes over and over. In my opinion, your gut feeling will always do you well, and that's from my own personal experiences throughout life. It's like a warning signal from your brain to your stomach, because you haven't been paying enough attention with your brain. And I truly believe that this is nature's backup system to lead us well through life. But it's only valuable if you learn to pay attention. And if your gut feeling is telling you that she's a good and decent woman, then certainly go with that until you either see otherwise or your gut feeling changes. Sign number 2 is that her story will always be consistent. And that is over the course of the first couple of months, if you're paying attention to what she says and what she does. And if you do that, you'll notice that her story never changes and is always the same about many things. You can be sure that this is a great sign that she's a good and genuine woman, because when someone may not be telling many truths, Simply, they can't remember all the lies they've told. And if you're paying attention, then they will come unstuck. Sign number 3 is that she'll always make time for you. In any new or newish relationship, the two people are very keen to spend time together and get to know one another in order to see if there's any chance of the relationship going further. Typically, for most, this is a very exciting stage of the relationship, and as I say, the two people will be keen to spend as much time on video chat together as possible. Most couples in the first few months will chat daily, even if the two of you work and you have a big time difference. I remember back to when I was dating my now wife and sitting up till 2 a.m. chatting after she'd come home from her work. This was a daily occurrence and was certainly a very good sign to me that shows she was a good Filipina, which allowed the relationship to proceed forward. Sign number 4 is if you guys met on a dating site and after a couple of months the both of you may have decided that you don't want to be chatting to other people in order to focus more on each other, which by the way is very common after a couple of months and shows each other that their intentions are good. Now, one would expect at this time that her accounts on dating sites will now be inactive, especially if you've both agreed to this. And in some cases, it can be rather common where the couple who are very serious about each other and the relationship may even decide to deactivate their respective accounts. So if she's a good Filipina, if you checked her profile, you would see a long period since she was last online, and that's certainly a sign that she can be trusted. Sign number 5 is that she will never ask you for money or help in any way. To many Filipinas, if they use the term help, then they're angling to get some money. And you can be sure that she won't be giving you very sad stories that make you feel compelled to offer her money. Now you have to understand that a good Filipina is a very proud and independent woman, and she knows she's capable to get by in life with her own help and the help of her family in the Philippines if she really needs it. So after a month or so chatting to the Filipina, if you sit back and think about these 5 sure signs we've discussed in this video, and that is, your gut feeling is all good, her stories have been consistent from day one, she always makes time for you and clearly loves spending time with you, she's not active on any dating sites and has never asked for money or made you feel compelled to send her money. If you can check off all those boxes, then it's very likely that you've found yourself a good Filipina, which will allow you to now focus on her without any second thoughts that she may not be genuine. So for you guys out there in a new relationship with a Filipina, let me know how many of these 5 sure signs that she's a good Filipina did you check off. And if you're looking for more ways to have a long-term successful relationship with a Filipina, then be sure to check out the playlist on screen now. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.